Good morning again, children, and welcome to Children's Church, Spy Edition. So welcome back, secret agents. Now, last week, we investigated the big question, who is Jesus? And that's still the big question for today. But now, I've got some new spy technology to show you. I've got a cloak of invisibility. You can check the camo in the background here, the camouflage. Now watch, I've got my cloak of invisibility. I'm going to chuck that over myself. And then, okay, it's a bit small. Let me put it like that. There we go. Invisible. I'm not even here. So, last week you guys sent us some photos of you guys dressing up as secret agents. And so, send some more of those if you have any of those. And now, let me just quickly pray as we kick off this morning. Jesus, thank you that we can meet together and ask the big question, who is Jesus? And so help us as we find out the answer to that big question. Amen. Now, kids, I've got a question for you. Who is this? Hands up, or shout it out at home if you know who that is. Let's see, who can guess? We've got some answers. Yes, some of you are right, some of you are wrong. But yeah, if you said Nelson Mandela, you're right. That is President Nelson Mandela, and that's who that is, and he's going to be important a little bit later. And that's what we're doing today. We're finding out who someone is, not Nelson Mandela, but who Jesus is. And so let's see if anybody remembers some stuff from last week. Do you remember last week's lesson? So if we hit slide, then we'll have some questions from last week. So here's the first question. Do you guys remember? Do you remember what did everyone think Jesus was going to do for the paralyzed man? Who remembers? Hands up, or tell each other at home. What did everyone think Jesus was going to do for the paralyzed man? Okay, next question. Okay, that's what happened last week. Second question, what was the first thing that Jesus did instead? What did Jesus do instead last week? Who remembers? Yeah, shout out, talk about it at home. And then the next question, also as we think about it last week, now here's the question, why were some people so upset with what Jesus said? Ooh, this is a tough question. Why were they so upset with what Jesus said? Why? Tell each other at home. Okay, and then the last question from last week is this. It's if you had been in the room with Jesus when the guy was lowered through the roof, if you were there and you saw it, what's something you would have said to your friend afterwards? Take some moments. Maybe pause the video and ask and tell each other. If you were there when Jesus healed the man and forgave his sins, what would you say to your friend? It's a good question. And now, guys, we're going to head over to our secret agent and we're going to find out what he's investigating today. Over to the secret agent.
Oh, I love this bit. He's drawing.
Oh, I know what it is, Bill. It's our secret agent.
There's his hat, big ears. I love him.
He's looking at the evidence, isn't he, Bill?
He's thinking hard. He always looks up in the air when he's thinking.
Yeah, he works out what really happened.
He's got his fat fingers over his face as he thinks.
Thinking deeply. I wonder if he's got his notepad with him today.
He always has his notepad. There it is! You knew it was coming,
He's lost his pen.
He doesn't need a pen. He's written down his facts. He's thinking, that's what we're doing, working it out from the Bible. Balls in the air with a hat.
Balls in
what?
the air?
Oh, it's a jester's hat.
What's a jester's hat?
It's someone who makes stuff up. He tells lies. He tells jokes. Jesus said he was the king, but was he just making it up? Telling jokes.
Oh, I see. A jester's hat and a crown. Oh, I know what we're working out today.
Is Jesus really the king? Does he really have that power?
Jesus said he was God himself. Today he's got to prove it.
Let's go!
Yes!
We see in the world around us so much hurt and tears and pain. Soon we will see Jesus wins. For Jesus rose in glory, and when he comes again, then Jesus wins, he's the king, he's the Lord of everything. Soon everyone will see Jesus wins. Jesus wins, he's the king, he's the Lord of everything. Soon everyone will see Jesus wins. There once was a man in history who deserved the highest praise. Soon we will see Jesus wins. Though those he made had killed him, he stepped up from the grave. Soon we will see Jesus wins. Jesus wins, he's the king, he's the Lord of everything. Soon everyone will see Jesus wins. Jesus wins, he's the king, he's the Lord of everything. Soon everyone will see Jesus wins. Now we can trust in Jesus when hope begins to crowd. Soon we will see Jesus wins. He tells us not to worry, for he is coming back. Soon we will see Jesus wins. Jesus wins, he's the king, he's the Lord of everything. Soon everyone will see Jesus wins. Jesus wins, he's the king, he's the Lord of everything. Soon everyone will see Jesus wins.
Jesus wins, he's the king, he's the Lord of everything. Soon everyone will see Jesus wins.
Welcome back, guys. I hope that you enjoyed The Secret Agent and you enjoyed singing the song. And now we're going to watch a video which is going to tell us the Bible story for today. And I've got 3 questions, 3 facts for you to find. Here they are. So, why was the lady sad? Why was the lady sad? That's the first question. The second question is, how did Jesus feel? How did Jesus feel? And the third question is, how did the crowd feel? That's the 3 questions. Why was the lady sad? How did Jesus feel? And how did the crowd feel? So those are the facts I want you to find in this next video. Over to that.
Jesus and the widow's son, from Luke chapter 7, verses 11 to 17. The town was rising up slowly in the distance. Walking along the road, leading a large crowd, was Jesus. He was setting a steady pace as he made his way towards the town. The crowd, who included his disciples, had just seen Jesus show his power and his care by healing a servant girl with just a word. As they approached this new town, a town called Nain, they wondered whether Jesus would have another opportunity to show how powerful and caring he was. They wouldn't have to wait long. While Jesus' crowd was still some way off, there was an even bigger crowd coming slowly out of the city gates. As this crowd walked, you could hear the cries and screams of people in mourning. Leading this procession was a widow bent over with sorrow. She had tears streaming from her eyes, and she looked like someone who had lost all hope. Directly behind her were 4 men who marched slowly in unison. On their shoulders they carried a coffin, the coffin of this widow's only son. Her whole life seemed ruined and without hope. Slowly and steadily, the procession moved forward along the road that led out of the town. The cries of anguish continued to echo loudly in the air. It wasn't long before the crowd with Jesus saw the funeral procession. Quickly, the crowd coming towards the city moved off to the side of the road. They all had their heads bowed with respect as they saw the widow leading this procession for her dead son. everyone stood off to the side except for one person. Jesus stayed standing on the road, directly in front of the widow. When he had seen this lady, his heart went out to her, and he felt such care and compassion towards her. He reached out his hand and said in a soft and gentle voice, "Don't cry." Don't cry? To say "don't cry" to a woman who had just lost her only son? How cruel these words could have sounded. But when Jesus spoke these words, he wasn't being cruel. Jesus could say them because Jesus is the one who has all power, and he cares for people. The men carrying the coffin stood still with shocked looks on their faces. What were they to do? They watched, growing more and more nervous, as Jesus walked up past the widow towards the coffin. Slowly he raised his hand and he touched it. The mourners and the widow gasped in horror. For a stranger to touch a dead man's coffin, it was just wrong. Then Jesus spoke in a firm and steady voice. The words echoed around like thunder. "Get up," he commanded. Get up? To say get up to a dead person in front of their family and their friends, well, that's just cruel. And it's also stupid. Dead people can't get up, they're dead. But when Jesus said these words, they weren't stupid and they weren't cruel, because Jesus is the one who has all power, and Jesus is the one who cares. The men carrying the coffin were horrified. How could this man say such a thing? They were thinking about putting the coffin down to push the man away when they felt the coffin move. And as they slowly lifted their eyes, the widow's son sat up and began talking to them. Gasps and screams and cheers rose from the crowd as they realized that this young man was no longer dead. He was alive. Jesus had shown his power by raising a dead person back to life. The crowds looked on as the coffin bearers quickly put the coffin down. They stood there in astonishment as Jesus reached out and gently took the boy by the hand. Slowly, Jesus helped the boy step over the coffin edge and onto solid ground. He then led the boy towards his mother. She put out her arms carefully, unsure whether all this was happening or whether it was just a wonderful, wonderful dream. As she touched her son with her own two hands, a sudden wave of happiness came over her. This man, Jesus, had cared for her so much that he had given back her son, her only son. Soon the sound of partying filled the air. People were shouting and clapping and jumping up and down. Cheers and praises filled the sky. As people considered what they had just seen, they were overwhelmed with joy. They had seen Jesus show in the most amazing and spectacular way that he cares for people who are hurting. But even more than that, they had seen that Jesus had power like no one else. He could even bring the dead back to life. And so they praised him loudly.
Welcome back, guys. Now, we've sung a song and we've heard the Bible story. But before we get into the Bible story, I want to talk about this guy a little bit more. So you guys remember who this is? This is Nelson Mandela. He was actually the president of South Africa a couple years ago, maybe before some of you guys were born. And you know what? He was in charge, you know, he was the president, he was in charge, he was the man in charge of the whole country. But do you know what else he was? He was also very kind. He was a very kind man, and he helped a lot of people, and that's why everybody respected him. But you know what? The sad news of the Bible is that he got old and he passed away, and so he died. And the sad news of the Bible is that because of sin, everybody one day dies. And that's actually where our story starts. Our story starts actually kind of sad, and you would have heard that when the story was told now. So the story starts very sad with a mom whose husband has died, and now her son has died as well. And it's very sad. So she's got no family left, no one to look after her, no one to help her. She's all alone, and so she was very, very sad. And this is the sad news in the story. Because of sin, everybody one day dies. But then there was a wonderful surprise. The wonderful surprise is that Jesus arrived on the stage. Jesus walked into that town. Jesus walked into that town and he did a big surprise. And so Jesus is different from Nelson Mandela, because Nelson Mandela was in charge, and Nelson Mandela was kind, but Nelson Mandela was not God. Jesus is in charge, and he's also God, and he's kind, and he's got a heart filled with love. And so Jesus is able to do things that no one else can do, because he's in charge, and he's God, and he's very kind. And so what did Jesus do? What did Jesus do? When Jesus saw the woman, and she was so sad because her husband died and now his sons died as well, Jesus' heart was sad as well. So the woman was sad and Jesus was sad as well. He saw her and his heart went out to her. And because he's in charge and because he's kind and because he's God, he was sad and he was able to do something wonderful. He was able to do something amazing, something fantastic that made the woman filled with joy. He was able to say to the dead son, "Wake up, rise, arise, come back to life." And the son did. He sat up and he was alive again. And think about, how would that woman have felt? How would the mom have felt when she saw her dead son come back to life? How happy do you think she was? Before, how many tears must she have cried for her son? But now, how big do you think her smile was? How happy do you think her heart was because her son is now back to life? It's a wonderful, big surprise that Jesus did. No one was expecting it. And Jesus was only able to do that because he's in charge and he's kind and he's also God. And so we see that that's how the woman felt. But how did everybody else feel? The woman was so happy. But how did everybody else in the crowd feel? How would you have felt if you saw a dead boy brought back to life? This wonderful surprise. The whole crowd, the Bible tells us, were amazed. They saw this and they went, wow, what's happening? This is amazing. We've never seen anything like this before. It's like something that happened in the Old Testament, but now it's happening. And then they said this, God is being kind to his people. God has been kind to his people. He's done something amazing and he's been kind to his people. And so the sad news of the story is still that because of sin, everybody will one day die. And that is sad. It's always sad when people die. But the good news is that Jesus is in charge and he's God and he is kind and loving. And because that's who Jesus is, he promises that he will bring all of his people back to life, just like that boy. So one day I'm going to die, and then Jesus is going to bring me back to life, and I'll be with him in heaven, just like happened to my grandpa, and just like will happen to all of us who trust in Jesus. And so that's wonderful, wonderful news. And so what should we do now? Why don't we just pray and thank God for this wonderful news that Jesus is in charge, he's God, and that he's kind. And so he's able to bring us back to life. Why don't we pray? Jesus, thank you so much that you are in charge, that you are kind, and that you are God and able to bring people back to life. Help us to trust you and know that even though death is sad, it doesn't have to be scary because we know that you will bring us back to life to be with you. Amen. Well, guys, now we've prayed. Now, before we go, we're going to play a little quick game. I've got my invisibility spy cloak on, and we're going to play a game, and it's a challenge for you guys at home. We've got a maze over here. We've got a maze, and I need your guys' help at home to get me through the maze. So I'm going to put my hand over there, and I need you guys to shout out where you want me to go, because I'm going to close my eyes, and then you guys are going to have to guide me through the maze. And then what I want you to do at home, is build a maze somewhere, either with some string or with some rope or with some tape on the ground, and then film or take a photo of yourselves going through the maze. And that's good practice for you as secret agents. Okay, here we go. Shout out. I need your guys' help. Okay, so I'm hearing down. Okay, I'm going down. Right. No. Left. Okay, left, and then up. Okay, not up. Left again. No, not left. Down. Okay, I'm going down, and then and then right. Okay, no, not right. Shout out a bit louder. Which way? Left, right. Okay, right. I'm going right. I'm right, and then down. Okay, not down. Up. Okay, and then which way? Right again. Okay, not right. Left. Okay, I'm going left, and then up. Okay, I'm going up, and then right again. Okay, you guys are getting nice and clear. Then down. No, not down. Okay, up. I'm going up. Okay, stop. Okay, I've stopped. Okay, right. No, okay, not right. Left. Okay, I'm going left, and then up some more. Okay, and then left. Okay, not left. Right. Okay, I'm going right. Okay, down, not up. Right. Okay, I'm going right. Going right. Okay, stop. Okay, I've stopped. Left again. Okay, and then down. Okay, I'm going down, and stop. Okay, and then left. Okay, and then up. No, not up. Right. Okay, not right. And then down. Okay, I'm going down. Going down. Stop. Okay, I've stopped. Which way? Right, left, up, down, right. Okay. Oh, not right. Okay, left. Stop. Okay, I've stopped. And then up, down. Okay, down. Okay, I'm going down. Okay, stop. Okay. Right or left? Left. Okay. Oh, not left. Okay, right. I'm going right. All right. Oh, I'm there. Hey! Well done, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Now, so you have to build a maze at home and send us the photos of you practicing to be secret agents. Brilliant, guys. Now we're going to go back to our secret agent and see what he's up to.
Oh, look, he's drawing!
Oh, yes, I know who that is.
Look, it's the investigator looking round the corner.
Yeah, working out the facts, hearing the truth, Bill.
Finding out from the Bible what really happened.
He looks shocked.
Big mouth.
Oh, he's shocked at a catapult.
A catapult standing on its own.
Oh, no, not a catapult, a crutch, Bill.
There it is. It's a man dancing. I would look shocked if I danced like that. You would look shocked.
No, he's leaping for joy.
Oh, he's a man who's been healed. That's why. Oh, like in today's story. The man who was dead was brought back to life by Jesus.
And he's brought a happy friend with a big piece of cardboard.
I'd be happy if I had a big piece of cardboard like that. It's a good piece of cardboard.
Good news.
It's good news.
Oh, donuts. Free donuts for everyone. Donuts as big as your head.
I don't think that's the good news. Look, it's the big hand. It's Jesus's hand. It's his good news.
Jesus has big hands. That's the good news.
No, it's not the good news. We learned today that Jesus raised the dead man to life. He came to love the widow. Jesus is the one who must be the king.
Jesus gives life, which only God can do.
Yeah, we did it.
We worked it out.
And welcome back for the last time, guys. Now, before we end off, I'm going to remind you of the 3 questions. And I want you to talk about these 3 questions as your parents. Hopefully they've printed out the activity sheets. Look at mom and dad. Say, Mom, Dad, have you printed out the activity sheets? Because they're going to be fun. And parents, that's where the discipling happens. So you really want to print those out and go through them with the kids. A is for the younger kids, B is for the middle kids, and C is for kind of grade 4s and 5s. So enjoy that. And for the kids, I've got some last few questions for you. So, you've got to find the facts. Why was the lady sad? How did Jesus feel? And how did the crowd feel? But the activity sheets will have more for you. Why don't I just quickly pray as we close? Jesus, thank you for Children's Church today, and I pray for all the little secret agents at home. Help us to always remember that Jesus is in charge, he's kind, and he's God, and so he is able to promise to bring people back from the dead. Be with us as we have fun going through those activity sheets, and be with us, we pray. Amen. Amen. Bye, guys.